This season, Martin, what constitutes success for your Arsenal? My guest today is a Norwegian visionary who's as creative with a slide pass in-game as he is with a Nikon Z9 after the final whistle. The rare example of a teenage prodigy who fulfilled his potential and then some, becoming the heartbeat, the leader, the captain of this audacious Arsenal side. It's a joy to welcome back, in person, Martin Ødegaard.
No, mate. Good to see you.
Likewise, I hope this is the low point of your season, Martin. The new season's upon us. We last spoke and we debriefed on the lessons of the 2023 season. The last campaign, your team won the most points of any Arsenal team since the Invincibles, but still fell 2 points short of Manchester City. What are the differences between the feelings in this season past to the one that came before it? Was one harder to take than the other?
Both were hard to take, but I think we looked a lot better last year compared to the year before. The way we ended the season was brilliant. January until the end we were so good, and all the points we took, as you say, we made history with the amount of wins and all that, you know. So I think we were a lot better last year than the year before, and we took it to the last day, obviously. So yeah, big disappointment not to win it, but at the same time we did a lot of really good things. So yeah, we have to take that as well.
What was a specific lesson you took from last season as a footballer or as a human being?
I think it just shows how tough the league is. I think when you take it to the last day and you're one game away, you know, it just shows the small margins, and it shows that you have to be on it every time you play. And every game can be decisive, you know. That's the biggest lesson for everyone, that every game is so important, and every 3 points is crucial.
Last summer, Arsenal strengthened the spine. You signed goalkeeper David Raya, Declan Rice, that one-man fist, Kai Havertz, who played a little bit of everywhere. You became harder to score on than any team in the league. What evolution tactically should we expect this season? How will you continue to evolve?
Yeah, I'm not sure I want to say all the secrets.
No one's watching this.
Yeah, no, that's true. But I think main thing is for us just to improve. We want to improve in every area, with the ball, without the ball, and we want to find those small margins that will take us to the next level.
Like what?
How you defend, how you attack, and then there's a lot of details within that. But I think every aspect of the game you can do better, and that's the good thing in football. You can always improve, and that's what we're looking to do. That's what we're pushing each other to do every day in training now, to reach that next level, and hopefully we'll be even better than last year, and something good can happen for sure.
Last season, there was a beautiful moment. Kai Havertz, your high-profile signing, came in from Chelsea, struggled initially. Then against Bournemouth, you whispered in Bukayo Saka's ear, and he gave over a penalty so that Havertz could take it, get the tabloid media off his back and score his first Arsenal goal. I'm fascinated. In that moment, I saw your role as an Arsenal captain, just the thought that you put into it. Can you talk about that moment, and can you describe the role you see yourself playing as a leader, the captain of this team? What kind of captain you want to be?
I think as a captain, I want to be someone who's always helping my team to get the best out of everyone, and always do what's best for the team. That's the main thing. That's my job. And then speaking about the moment, I think Kai was struggling a little bit in the beginning. He didn't score all the goals he wanted, and big signing, a big name, and then it's easy for fans to come after him a little bit. But I thought he did well, he played well, you know, and he just kept on going. And then we had this moment, and we all really trust him, you know, with the penalties. We know he's a proper penalty taker. So yeah, we just decided that it was time for him to get his goal. And
when you say we, it was really you.
Normally Bukayo is the one taking the penalties, you know, and we changed a bit around. So, but we agreed that it was the right moment for Kai to do it, and he went in. And then after that, I think, yeah, he grew on it.
Mikel Arteta said that you, quote, represent the values of the club. If you're asked to put into your own words the values that you, Martin Ødegaard, embody, the values that Arsenal Football Club represent, what would you say?
I think the first word is definitely family. We're all a family here. We're all so together. The togetherness in the team, in the club, with the supporters, it's changed so much since I first came here. You know, we're so much together now, and it's a really good group, you know, to be a part of. And everything we're doing as a club, we're all together and we're all pushing in the same direction, and that's like the foundation of it. And then everything we do on the pitch, we're really together as a family, and I think that's really important.
How did that change?
I think it's Mikel. I think he's changed everything around the club. He's done everything the way he wants to, and everyone is just following him and understanding what he wants. There's so many good people, you know, in the club, and we all want the same thing. We want to improve, we want to win, and it's easier to work together when you have the same mindset as well.
Mikel and Win the dog. that 1-2 combo. Actually, I travelled 3,000 miles just to try and win the dog. You talk about that mental side of the game. I spoke to Arsenal sporting director Edu 2 weeks ago, and he talked about the importance of that winning mentality that Mikel Arteta's trying to seed in the heart of the squad. Not just on game days, he talked about every minute of every day, when you're resting, when you're eating, to think about winning, which is an incredible way to approach life. I think about losing almost all of that time. Can you talk about, as seriously as you're willing, the strategies or techniques that you employ to develop that winning mentality yourself? The mental side of the game, Martin?
Yeah, I think it's definitely something Mikel and his team and everyone has created at the club. Whether it's a game in training or it's a competition off the pitch, in the gym or wherever it is, I think everyone just want to win. And I think he's pushing that a lot, and that's what he always wants from his team, to win. So if you do it in every aspect of your life, then it becomes a habit, and that's what we want to see on the pitch as well. So yeah.
Do you do psychological work? Do you do kind of envisioning how the game's going to do? Do you employ any of those mental techniques?
Yeah, I like to do that before a game. I like to visualize how the game is going to be, where I can find space, depending on the opponent and how they move, how they press and all that. So yeah, it's something I do before every game. And it's not like I sit down and think, I need to visualize now, but I always do it, if it's in the hotel or on the bus or just before the game, it's something natural.
Always winning?
Yeah, I think that's the goal for everyone. That's what we want. So yeah, every time we play or every time we do something, we want to win.
You said that the goal now is to come back stronger, sharper, hungrier, that Arsenal's ambitions are to win everything. But at the same time, you're so proud of all the progress this team's made, the evolution. This season, Martin, what constitutes success for your Arsenal?
The big goal is, of course, to win trophies. That's what we're fighting for. But I think we have to, as we say every year, we have to take it step by step. We have to take it game by game. And we saw last year how tough it is, how competitive it is, and how every game can be decisive. So we just have to look at every game as a great chance to get 3 points. But yeah, we want to win something, of course.
How do you break up the season mentally? Do you see it in different parts?
I think you have to see it game by game, to be honest. You work for one game, try to win that, and then move on to the next, and then just do that every time. I think that's the best way to do it, to not think too much ahead, but to be in the moment and make sure you work hard and enjoy every week of training, and then every game that you're there ready, and just keep going from there.
Do you almost feel that you need to be perfect, or at least as perfect as Manchester City?
This league requires a lot, so I think it requires almost, like you say, to be perfect. So, but as I said, I think it's important to be in the moment, to look at it game by game, and now we have the first one, and that's all that matters at the moment. We have to win that first game, and then we move on from there. But yeah, I see a hungry team, so I'm excited.
Last question for you. This pre-season, playing Manchester United in Los Angeles, there's a great video of you meeting Justin Bieber, Canadian Ødegaard, after the game. What are those interactions like for you as a footballer? Because you guys are used to being the stars. Does meeting Hollywood celebrities, does it feel like no big deal at this point? Or are there moments where even you feel like a fan?
Yeah, no, it was cool to meet him. I heard before the game that he was going to be there, and we had a little catch up there, so it was cool, and he seemed like a really nice guy as well. So yeah, it was just cool to have a little chat with him, a little picture there, and that was it.
If you could meet anyone in the world, Martin, who would it be and why, other than the Biebs?
That's a good question. I would probably say, Michael Jordan, maybe.
The big one.
You like that?
Yeah. And you'd ask him what?
No, a lot of things. I think, everyone who's followed him a little bit and seen his documentary, and we saw how crazy he was, the mentality and everything he did, so I would just, chat to him about that.
Martin, to you, wish you a season of joy and wonder for all that is to come. Tack.
Tusen takk.
Courage.